Hey, it's your boy Chongo coming at you with another video. This one is Bill Burr Funniest Moments Part 1. That is right. I am introducing Bill Burr to the lineup. I feel like, there's already an abundance of all these fucks that are like hilarious, but why not add more? I feel like Bill is one of the GOATs. So let's check this out. I am excited.
What's the deal with airplane peanuts?
Here we go.
Let's get a lady.
This is the first person wearing a shirt, I believe.
That's our audience.
All right.
First person wearing
Hey
a shirt.
Bill, hey Theo. This is Marissa from Raleigh, North Carolina. And
Shout out to Raleigh.
So Bill, I heard you say on, I
I've
believe
been
it
there
was
before.
Joe Rogan's podcast, that you really like the film Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and you've seen it several times. And I know Theo said that he walked out halfway through it. So I was just wondering maybe if you could talk about why you loved it so much, and Theo, why you walked out halfway through it. Anyway, gang.
Well, this is where Bill and I don't talk anymore after this.
No. If you didn't like it, you didn't like it. I absolutely fucking loved it.
I heard on your podcast you say that you loved it.
Oh my god, dude, it's the best work. Brad Pitt's great. First time you watch it, I was just like, I want to be like Brad Pitt's the guy I want to be.
Yeah.
And then the second time I watched it, I was like, oh my god, I'm just like Leo's character. I have an emotional fucking mess. Well, I don't know
I've
what
never
part
seen
you
that
walked
movie.
out in,
I
but
walked out after they went to that house for the first time, after they met the old guy, and they were in the yard, and then his car had a flat tire. And at that point, I was like, I got to get out of here. I don't know what these guys are doing. I felt like it was just kind of a waste of, I don't know. I couldn't get into it, and I didn't know what was going on. And it made me feel uncomfortable. I was like, I got to get out of here. Because I started to feel like everybody knows what's going on, and I don't know what's going on, I guess.
yeah, that's for you and the therapist, buddy.
Yeah.
That happens to you at the fucking movies. If you think the whole movie theater gives a shit about whether
No, I don't think
were you making like audible noises that you didn't? Huh? What? Oh?
Oh, my God.
That's the only way they would know.
Fuck, man. I didn't know I was so fucked up, man. Until you
Yeah,
came
you
in here
do.
today.
Yeah, you do.
No, I really didn't.
You
You're
do.
so good at
I'm on
roasting
the insider
people.
track, man.
You do.
I really didn't, though. I really didn't, man.
Yeah. I'm not going to sit here and try to talk you into that masterpiece. It's one of my. It might be my favorite thing.
That's
he's
what you
done.
said. That's unbelievable.
Colin calls you Billy, but I fucking Bill.
I'm
You know
just
what I mean?
immediately noticing. I don't know about the chain. If it's thick enough to be
Yeah.
that level of confidence.
Yeah,
That's more of a necklace.
when the chain's out. Yeah, I
he
just
has on a fat chick ankle bracelet around his fucking neck.
no. I say guy when the chain's out.
Yeah, when it
Okay.
chains out. Yeah, but he does make a good point. It's not really
not-
a chain. It's more of an ankle bracelet on a big
Well,
girl.
yeah. My kid's mom was like, "Why are you wearing women's jewelry?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Shut up."
But here's the thing: his mom bought him for that, and he for high school, and then he found it in his room and
yeah.
he put it back on.
My-
I'm saying his face. It's too much Guido when it comes out.
No, you know what it is. You've aged past that chain where it becomes a necklace. If you're like
Right.
18, I get it. This is his first
Right, yeah.
one.
Yeah.
A relative bought it for him.
Yeah.
One time, I was in Rome, right? One day with my wife, and we went to the Vatican to go take the tour of the Sistine Chapel.
Yeah.
So there's a way to, I don't know, we went through the whole fucking thing, and we're just sitting there, we come in and we're looking at it, whatever, and we're standing in the line. It took for fucking ever. So I say to my wife, I was going, if I lived here, I'd open a bar across the street called the 17 Chapel. She goes, what? I go, 17 Chapel. She goes, what? I don't know. 16 Chapel? 17 Chapel. It's like having the 19th hole
Oh my God.
bar thing. And she looked at me
Oh my
like,
God.
oh my God, I'm breeding with this.
Oh
and she
my
goes,
God.
Bill, it's the Sistine Chapel. And then all I could say was this. I just go, no, it isn't. and then it was funny. Then I walked in.
To be fair, I thought it was the 16th chapel as well. I didn't know it was some other shit. But look at fucking Bert's face. Look at that face. His fucking laugh. I'm not like the biggest Bert fan, but his laugh is great. He's got like a fucking black belt, 3-stripe black belt level fucking laugh. But anyways, let's keep going.
I walked in and I looked up and I didn't even like it. It's not even that big. It's like the size of the side of this fucking thing. He milked it. It should have taken way less time. I'm telling you, they're paying him by the fucking hour.
And I'm in a park on the 17th.
No, I have a lot of those. I have a lot. Oh, Jesus, don't die on us, man.
I can imagine you're the room before it. You're like 15 and 16.
I thought it was the 16 Chapel.
No, I'm bald.
No,
I'm
but
going bald.
I know, but but you still had some stuff residue of hair.
Residue?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had residue. You know what I mean? You had that Chernobyl thing. that you were
Fucking
doing.
mustache.
Yeah, but you didn't. You just had to shave it.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Are we going right now?
No, we don't. There's no rules. But I'm
Okay,
I'm
okay.
just asking a question.
Okay.
Right.
I'm going to answer.
I understand that. But why are you? Your head looks like Darth Vader when he took his fucking helmet off. Remember that? When he was just all fucked up.
Fucking CG and shit.
Yeah. What? Is that the? That's right. You're Bill Burr, bud.
I'm trying to answer your question.
Yeah, go ahead. I
The
just
process of you coming out of the gate shitting on me. You know, when you start to lose your hair, you got 3 options.
yeah.
You can,
Yeah.
and there's subsets to all of them.
All right.
Okay, you can do the Rogaine, the hair plugs, a
Right.
system, a fucking all of that. Propecia, a fucking they glue some shit on your head. They take some of your pube hair and you get an afro.
Yeah.
Or you can just sort of let it happen.
Which you were doing, which I was like, that's the dope way to do it.
Oh, I'm glad I had your approval. Or you can just say fuck it
Yeah.
and do what I did. So I just said fuck it.
Okay.
But what if
And I do. Like,
you-
I love how you came at me aggressive, and now you're going. You got your little panda hands.
I was.
Panda heads?
I love
Okay,
how you
I
attacked
like
my
it.
little panda hand.
Huh? That's
But let
what
me-
you look like. You look like a little panda.
I know. I was just because when you took your hat
like
off.
a little adolescent bear.
You know, I was 19. I was freshman, sophomore, so I was acting like an idiot. Would
Also
pull up-
doing a couple cycles of winstrel.
Yeah,
at
I was
that
on
time.
winstrel at the time.
Yeah, he did a couple cycles.
It's what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
So
Low steroids.
So
Thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah,
know what that was.
yeah. So-
Steroids for basketball?
Yeah.
Well, it's just you could move. I mean, I could just I could like tomahawk dunk. I was just like being an athlete. Basketball was such a huge part of my life that my friends, when I do comedy, if they do something with comedy.
Burr has this look on his face like he's getting ready to roast him. Like he can't wait for it's his turn to talk so that he can just talk shit. God, I can't imagine being a podcast with him and him just fucking letting me have it. He's such a good shit talker. Fucking grade A level shit talker. Let's carry on.
My friends from home.
Wait,
that
you
came-
couldn't dunk and then you took roids and then you could?
No, I always could. Well, I couldn't always. I started being able to dunk when I was like 16. I did winstrel once for like 6 weeks, so it was a small part of it.
You did a cycle.
I did a cycle. Yeah.
cycle.
Just one cycle.
Yeah.
Happens. And to be honest with you, when I did that cycle, I was my junior year in college. It was my worst year because I was dealing with a lot of anxiety and all bullshit from
Did your balls
side
shriveling up?
yeah, all that.
You could go between the legs a little easier that year.
Yeah, my
With
balls.
the anxiety.
But it was just the way to communicate.
I
in my
love that
neighborhood.
you felt at Division III. I got to get on roids. I need a competitive edge here.
Yeah.
We got to beat LaSalle Academy next week.
Yeah.
You know what fascinates me is like basically the first 16 or 17 years of my life when I never, I took a couple sips of my, stole a beer there for my dad, but I never really went out and tried to get drunk until I was like 16 or 17. But I went for like a decade and a half, like I was straight edge. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
but the thing was,
Oh, you told kids you were straight edge? You're like, I don't drink, man.
no,
I'm good.
no. Just out of being a kid, it's not like your first 10 years of your life. You're like, fuck, playground, man. I need a drink. I mean, it's just not where your world is at. And the thing was, it's Pandora's box. Then once you catch a buzz, then it's just like, oh man, this is this other kind of living. And it's I didn't understand that. I was kind of using that as like a. I'm not saying I'm never gonna fucking drink again, but I had to like. I kind of just had to like step back and just be like, all right, because the reality is I got a kid, so I just didn't want to be that. I'm like,
Yeah, you don't
Well,
be drunk when your kid's around.
My fucking loop.
Story time. I remember one time I was probably like 11 years old, and I'm sitting there running around with my cousins and stuff, just running around. So I had a Coke in my hand, and I'm sitting there sipping on it, drinking it, whatever. I go to set it down. I'm like running around and stuff, right? I go to pick it back up without looking, and I drink a Budweiser. Holy shit, that was the most disgusting. I mean, like, you know, as an 11-year-old, like that was my first time ever drinking. So like I put down a Coke, picked up a Budweiser, and took a big sip. And I was just like, holy shit, what just happened? Like, I thought the booze police was gonna come after me because 11-year-old took a sip of a Budweiser. Took a sip of Budweiser, like. Well, anyways, yeah, let's keep going. My bad, guys.
Grant with a bottle of whiskey in the. Remember that on Mary Tyler Moore show?
I don't
She'd have a
remember.
rough day and she'd come in. And
I don't remember the whole show.
I can explain it to you.
Yeah.
If I can explain it to you.
Okay, go ahead.
This fucking guy just. I don't know what that is. All right.
No, I believe it.
I don't know. I'm starting to explain. Like, I don't know the whole show. All right. I get it.
I believe
That's that comic ADD. Like, I don't want to fucking. I'm not into it. I don't want to hear it. I got it. Your show. Go ahead. Continue.
I remember. All right, let's talk about old shows then.
We don't have to. I just was. It was so funny how you bailed twice on that. You made
Patty Duke. What about
You made
that?
me feel like an asshole. Like that was the
did I
15th
really?
time I fucking brought it up. Sorry, no Mary Tyler Moore. One of the great ensemble fucking cast of all time.
I do know she just died recently.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to bring up a more positive story about the show, but yeah, it's the second time. I bring up fucking George Michael. What was it, an AIDS event? Some sort of gay thing?
Oh, I didn't say gay, bro.
Why did you say AIDS?
Because he had AIDS, man.
No, he didn't.
Did he? Jesus Christ.
No, he
dude.
didn't.
Well, people have been saying he did.
I think you are confusing it with gay.
No, I'm not. I didn't know he was gay. I knew that apparently he got AIDS in a park. That's what I heard. And that
No, he blew a guy in a porta potty and got busted for lewd activity.
Oh.
And then, he had a little fucking, he liked getting a little buzz at the end of the fucking day, and maybe it got away from him. I think that's what happened. But, like, what I would like to focus on was how amazing his voice was and how talented he was, and I performed and stood in the same spot that this guy did.
Yeah.
That's what the point was, not what he died of.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
And I wish it was.
What happened in your life? Who'd you lose early on? You're really into death.
Well, no. I mean, I remember listening.
You don't want to get to know Mary Tyler Moore because you're afraid she's going to leave you too?
I remember listening to George Michael on the school bus when I would go to school. And I felt like, and I would always sit by
Did
myself.
you feel like you were going to catch AIDS?
No.
Doing that, some sort of airborne HIV through the fucking radio? I mean, bro, I was holding it up to my ear,
I could feel my ass.
In a roofless school bus. Whatever the windborne radio AIDS was going to get me.
The radio AIDS. It seemed to me like him and Theo Vaughn didn't see eye to eye a lot of shit. Yeah, that was entertaining. But shout out to the 17th Chapel. Fucking, I want to open up a tiki bar on a beach somewhere. Just call it the 17th Chapel. Why not? That'd be fucking hilarious. People are like, what is this, dude? Fucking Bill Burr. But, God, this dude's funny. It's like, who's better? The bald Bill Burr? Or fucking haired Bill Burr. But yeah, he's right. There's only so many things you can do when you start balding. Like, unfortunately for Chongo here, I started balding. I was probably like 16, 17. And I just said, fuck it. Like he said, like I just started shaving my head. Whatever. I mean, fucking Michael Jordan shaved his head. Fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin. There's a lot of cool people with bald heads. I'm like, yeah, why not me, right? So that was kind of the bald origin story, right? Yeah. So I'm happy that I introduced Burr to the starting lineup, and I think I might have to do a few more of these. Fucking comment down below if you want to see more. I'm starting to get a lot of suggestions, and I gotta say, I have not been disappointed yet. So if you got some for me, throw it my way. Now keep in mind, if I don't do yours, what you suggested right away, it's only because I can only do so many, right? But I will say this: I will definitely consider it, and I'll get to it eventually, right? But I'm starting to get a backlog of shit I should do. So, anyways, this has been fun. If you're still watching me, you got to listen to my bald story and all that shit. Fucking, and you're still watching this right this moment. Then what are you doing? Why haven't you subscribed yet? Right? Go, at the very least, hit me up with one of these, because at least it tells me that I'm doing a good job, right? So, yeah, I appreciate it. Well, anyways, you guys take care. It's the weekend. I am excited. I can't wait to have some fun. You guys have fun as well. Peace out.